If you drive a diesel, what you don't know can destroy your engine. Slowly, silently, and expensively. There's one mistake so common, so overlooked, it's costing diesel owners thousands every single year. And worse, most mechanics won't even warn you about it, because they know it means you'll be back in their shop. But it doesn't stop there. Number 3 on this list might already be wearing down your engine every single morning. And number 6, that one's a time bomb waiting under your hood. So stay sharp, because if you miss even one of these, you could be shaving years off your diesel's life. Number 13. Ignoring fuel filter changes. This right here is how good engines go bad. Diesel fuel isn't clean like gasoline. It's got more contaminants, water, dirt, algae, and microscopic debris. And your fuel filter is the one thing standing between those particles and your expensive fuel injectors. When you skip a fuel filter change or wait until there's a problem, you're asking for trouble. Clogged filters don't just choke your fuel system, they strain the high-pressure injection pump, leading to poor combustion, misfires, and expensive injector replacements. Want to spend $2,000 on new injectors? Neither do most drivers. Change the filter every 10,000 to 15,000 miles and make it part of your oil change routine. Number 12. Letting your diesel idle too long. People think diesels love to idle. Old school thinking, but with modern emission systems and tight tolerances, excessive idling is one of the worst habits you can have. When your diesel idles for long periods, especially in cold weather, you're not just burning fuel, you're causing incomplete combustion, which leads to carbon buildup in the EGR valve, DPF, and turbo. That sludge starts clogging systems and can trigger Regan cycles or even full-on limp mode. 5 to 10 minutes of idling to warm up? Fine. Anything beyond that, especially in warm weather, and you're shortening your engine's lifespan, not helping it. Number 11. Using cheap diesel exhaust fluid, DEF. DEF seems harmless. It's just fluid, right? Wrong. Diesel exhaust fluid is extremely sensitive to impurities. Using cheap or non-certified DEF can leave behind crystals that clog the SCR, Selective Catalytic Reduction System. And once those nozzles clog or sensors fail, you're dealing with warning lights, poor performance, and in some cases, your truck won't even start. That's right, it can lock you out until the DEF issue is resolved. Only use DEF from sealed containers with proper certifications. If it's too cheap to be true, it probably is. Number 10. Deleting emission systems without proper tuning. Look, we get it. Emission systems can be annoying, but going straight to a delete kit without fully understanding what you're removing? That's a disaster waiting to happen. Modern diesels are complex. If you yank the DPF or EGR without proper ECU tuning, you're not just throwing a code, you're asking for rough idling, overfueling, high exhaust temps, and even melted pistons in worst-case scenarios. And here's the kicker. Even well-tuned deletes can backfire if you don't maintain other supporting systems. Think turbo stress, transmission wear, and improper fuel mapping. Number 9 will really hit home, because it's something nearly every diesel owner does, and it slowly strangles your powertrain without you even noticing. But before we go there, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and stay locked in, because number 3 is something most drivers do every winter, and it's slowly killing their engine. Number 9. Overfilling engine oil. You'd think more oil means better protection, right? Not with diesels. Overfilling oil can be just as damaging as running low. When the crankshaft dips into excess oil, it aerates the fluid, turning it into froth. And guess what? Frothy oil doesn't lubricate, it overheats. It loses pressure. It starves your turbo, your bearings, and your valve train. It's like sending your engine to run a marathon with sandpaper instead of shoes. Check that dipstick, stick to the spec, and never ever eyeball it. Number 8. Using the wrong oil viscosity. Diesel engines need specific oil weights, especially with modern turbos and high-pressure fuel systems. Going too thin, you lose protection at high temps. Too thick, cold starts become brutal, and oil can't flow fast enough. Using the wrong oil doesn't always show up right away, but give it 20,000 miles, and you're looking at premature turbo wear injector ticking, and poor fuel economy. Always match the viscosity to your climate and your manufacturer's spec. Number 7. Ignoring glow plug issues. Gasoline engines use spark. Diesels, they need heat, and that's where glow plugs come in. When one or more glow plugs go bad, your diesel becomes a cold-blooded nightmare. Hard starts, white smoke, unburnt fuel, rough idle, and if left unchecked, raw diesel floods the combustion chamber, damaging pistons and valves. And yet, most people ignore glow plug warning lights until it's too late. Replacing one glow plug is cheap. Replacing a scored piston isn't. Number 6. Running on low fuel frequently. This isn't about saving gas. It's about killing your fuel system. Running your diesel on fumes exposes the high-pressure pump to air bubbles and sediment, and modern diesel pumps are not forgiving. Diesel acts as both fuel and lubricant for your injection system. Low levels mean hotter temps, more wear, and metal-on-metal contact. Keep at least a quarter tank always. This one habit alone can add years to your fuel system's life. The next mistake is where it starts getting ugly, because it's not about what you're doing, it's about what your shop might be doing behind your back. Number 5. Blindly trusting quick lube shops. We all want fast service, but many quick oil change shops aren't trained on the unique needs of diesel engines. They may use the wrong oil, skip fuel filter changes, or even leave your oil cap loose. Even worse, some shops top off with DEF that's been sitting open for weeks, which means contamination and system failure down the road. Unless you know the tech personally or the shop specializes in diesel, do yourself a favor. Watch every step, or better yet, find a diesel-specific mechanic who understands your engine inside and out. Number 4. Failing to let turbo cool down. Diesel turbos run hot. After a long drive, especially with towing or highway speeds, your turbo is glowing red inside. And if you shut off the engine immediately, that oil stops flowing, and the heat bakes what's left, turning it into sludge. That sludge clogs oil passages, damages bearings, and eventually kills the turbo. A simple 1 to 2 minute cool-down idle can save you $2,000 in repairs, especially after towing or hill climbs. Let that turbo breathe. Number 3. Idling for too long in cold weather. Sounds harmless, right? Start the truck. Let it warm up for 10 to 15 minutes while you grab your coffee. But here's the truth. Excessive idling in cold weather actually harms your diesel engine. Why? Because idling doesn't generate enough heat for full combustion. That means unburnt fuel starts washing down cylinder walls, thinning your oil, and building carbon inside the intake and EGR system. Plus, soot collects in your DPF, forcing premature regenerations and robbing performance. 2 minutes of idling? Fine. But beyond that, you're just wearing down your engine while sitting still. Drive gently to warm it up instead. Your engine and wallet will thank you. Number 2. Ignoring DPF and EGR system. Maintenance. If your diesel is 2007 or newer, you've got emission systems like the DPF and EGR, and they require real attention. These systems reduce soot and NOx, but when they clog, they choke your engine, literally. Ignoring warning lights, skipping regen cycles, or disabling them entirely. That leads to limp mode, power loss, and in worst cases, complete engine shutdown. And don't think deleting solves the problem. Modern ECUs detect tampering, and fines, especially for commercial diesels, can reach thousands. Learn how your system works, keep it clean, and don't ignore that little orange light. Now, number 1 is something most diesel owners think is a flex, a performance boost, but it's actually destroying your engine, and you probably didn't even realize. Using tuning chips without proper support mods, we get it. That extra torque is addictive. Plug in a cheap tuner, adjust a few settings, and suddenly your truck feels like a rocket. But here's the reality. Without upgrading your transmission, cooling system, and fuel delivery, you're slowly cooking your powertrain. That extra boost stresses your head gaskets, piston rings, and rods. Your transmission slips, your clutch wears prematurely, and your turbo is working double time without any backup. A good tune needs supporting mods and someone who understands your specific setup. Otherwise, that $200 chip could turn into a $10,000 rebuild, and fast. Now let's wrap this up. Diesel engines are tough, no question, But they're also sensitive. They're high-pressure, high-temp machines that rely on precision. One small habit, one overlooked mistake, and you're on the hook for thousands in repairs. So here's your action plan. Go back through this list, check your habits, and change what needs fixing. The sooner you start, the more miles and money you'll save. And hey, if number 4 or number 3 shocked you, you're not alone. Most drivers get it wrong for years. So drop a comment, share your diesel story, and help someone else avoid these silent killers. Smash that like, subscribe if you want more no-fluff car knowledge, and remember, the road rewards those who know what's under the hood. Stay sharp, stay curious, and keep that diesel alive.